Hello and welcome back to the Iraqi Dinar Hub channel. Today's update could be the most important one yet, and you're going to want to catch every second of it. We're diving into real-time developments around the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong revaluation. That's right, the conversation is no longer hypothetical. If you've been holding these currencies or tracking the trends, the moment we've all been preparing for might finally be here. Cash outs may be underway, banks are reacting, and the process is shifting from whispers to reality. Now's the time to stay focused, stay aware, and be fully prepared, because your financial world could change in an instant. Whether you're a long-time believer or newly curious about what 2025 holds, this video is packed with powerful updates, insider movement, and clues pointing to a massive currency shift. Watch until the very end, because every detail counts when history is unfolding in front of us. Over the last 24 hours, we've seen a growing wave of insider reports, many pointing to hidden activation of conversion systems behind the curtain. Public Forex channels may not be showing it yet, but private sources are sounding the alarm. Banks involved in foreign trade have reportedly been notified to prepare for major monetary alignment. Internal systems are being refreshed, back-end platforms are loading new data, and certain clients are even reporting test conversions tied to potential updated values for the IQD and VND. While we're still steps away from an official global launch, make no mistake, this is the transition phase. Experts who studied previous revaluations say this quiet ramp-up is textbook. Everything points toward rollout, not rumor. The clues are aligning with implementation, not speculation. But let's start with the Iraqi dinar. Iraq has spent over a decade laying the groundwork for this moment. From updating its banking system to enforcing fiscal discipline and stabilizing oil revenue, every move was part of a calculated plan to elevate the dinar's global value. Here in 2025, those years of effort seem to be coming full circle. With help from the International Monetary Fund and support from the World Bank, Iraq's financial framework has gained international credibility. Its central bank reserves are strong, its gold supply remains intact, and political stability is gradually improving. When all these macroeconomic boxes are checked, revaluation becomes the logical next move. Right now, many signs suggest that this moment isn't on the horizon, it's already happening, quietly but surely, in real time. Turning to the Vietnamese Dong, a currency often overlooked but now gaining major power. Attention. Vietnam's economy has quietly grown into a regional powerhouse. From electronics manufacturing to export-led growth and increased tourism, the fundamentals have all been strengthening. Debt has been reduced, inflation held in check, and key trade ties, particularly with the US, Japan, and South Korea, have been solidified. Analysts have long argued that the Dong has been artificially suppressed. Now in 2025, those low valuations are being called into question. Recent chatter suggests Vietnam is aligning with global trends, and a revaluation may be in play. Combined with Iraq's movement, both currencies gaining traction at the same time, signals something bigger, a dual revaluation moment that could shift the global financial tide. Holders of VND should be watching very closely from this point forward. We've also been tracking behavior from global banks, and it's raising eyebrows. Several large financial institutions have quietly initiated internal protocols to prep for high-volume foreign currency exchange scenarios. Staff training is ramping up, trading software is being modified, and private clients with foreign holdings are getting soft alerts. This isn't normal day-to-day activity. Banks respond to direction, not coincidence. What we're witnessing is systemic, organized, and driven by top-down guidance from the global financial system. Even more intriguing are unverified reports that certain exchange desks in the US, Dubai, and Singapore have begun simulating live conversion processes. Though not officially public, these test environments point to something imminent, a full-scale revaluation rollout of both the IQD and the VND. One of the most frequently asked questions is this: could this revaluation truly be life-changing? For early holders of the Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong, the answer may very well be yes. If the rumored rates prove accurate, and caution is always advised, the returns could be transformative. Consider this: a 25,000 dinar note, once worth around $20, could suddenly be worth hundreds or even thousands. The Dong, long undervalued, may experience a similar surge. But this isn't just about numbers. For many, this journey has been about belief, perseverance, and faith through adversity. Years of holding strong while skeptics scoffed might finally be paying off in the most dramatic way. But remember, these transitions don't happen overnight. They unfold gradually, strategically, and in silence before making noise. Right now, we appear to be in one of those quiet yet critical phases. Systems are initializing, banking personnel are being briefed, and limited transactions are reportedly being processed under new exchange values. The wider public access may not come today or tomorrow, but it's likely on the near horizon. That's why remaining calm, patient, and strategic is essential. Avoid scams, ignore hype, and resist the urge to act on every rumor. Instead, rely on financial professionals you trust and wait for official confirmations. The best move right now isn't to panic, it's to prepare. Education is power, and understanding the process is the most valuable tool you have in times of change like this. To understand what's happening, we must look at the economic realities driving it. Iraq holds more than $110 billion in reserves, not counting its oil wealth and gold stores. Vietnam continues to run strong trade surpluses and is steadily emerging as an economic leader in Southeast Asia. Both countries are moving toward digital currency infrastructure and decreasing reliance on the US dollar. These are not random steps, they are foundational strategies toward economic sovereignty and modernization. A revaluation, in this context, is not some windfall event. It's the logical recalibration of a currency whose underlying economy has outgrown its current valuation. It's not hype, it's macroeconomic correction in action. There's also growing discussion about Iraq's plan to delete Gazira as a topic, but often creates confusion. This does not mean your dinar becomes worthless. It means Iraq would issue new, lower denomination notes to reflect a normalized exchange rate. A 25,000 note might be replaced with a 25 note, but both would carry equivalent value. This is part of integrating with international systems and making trade smoother. It simplifies calculations and adds legitimacy to transactions. Vietnam may follow a similar route depending on how their revaluation unfolds. It's all part of the process of aligning with modern financial standards and enhancing global trust in these currencies. Now, let's address the timing. Why is this happening in 2025? The answer lies in the shifting global economy. Supply chains are resetting. Energy markets are evolving. Inflation has forced countries to rethink fiscal policy. Amid these disruptions, Iraq and Vietnam are leveraging their strengths, natural resources, labor force, and regional partnerships to step onto the world stage with renewed confidence. This year is different because the environment is ready. The global system is rebalancing, and these nations are positioning themselves accordingly. For investors who took a leap years ago when the outcome was uncertain, this may be the chapter where their faith gets rewarded. So what should you do now? The most important action is to remain calm, aware, and protected. Don't let emotions or social media rumors influence your next steps. Ensure that your currency is safe and never rush into an unverified exchange. Avoid desperation. Wait for clarity. Right now, we may be witnessing the groundwork of a massive financial reset. The final switch may not have flipped yet, but the entire structure is being wired. You are inside one of the most pivotal shifts in modern economic history, and that alone is worth recognizing. Stay smart, stay informed, and above all, stay patient. One last thing we always get asked, is it too late to join in? The honest answer? That depends on whether official rates have already shifted internally. If they have, then yes, the window is narrowing. But if you're still holding IQD or VND, your position is solid. Post-announcement opportunities may exist, but only through official, compliant, and verified channels. This is not the time to chase hype. It's the time to trust your process. Remember, every major financial event involves risk, speculation, timing, and patience. If you're holding already, your best move now is to stay focused and alert to any credible updates. And finally, don't lose sight of the bigger picture. A stronger Iraqi dinar could mark a new chapter for a nation long plagued by instability. A stronger Vietnamese Dong could symbolize recognition for a country that has quietly climbed the economic ranks. For currency holders, this moment represents more than profits. It represents perseverance, purpose, and faith realized. It could allow you to break free from debt, support loved ones, invest in dreams, or simply stand proud that you believed when few others did. This is a story of transformation, not just financial, but deeply personal. So to everyone on this journey, stay proud, stay patient, stay ready,